What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. It's a glorious day. We got a chest and back day today, but we're doing it a little different than we typically do. I'm gonna superset everything today. So I'm doing bench with chin-ups, I'm doing dumbbell incline bench with the rows, I'm doing straight arm pull downs with cable flies. This is how I used to always do chest and back. I did this for like ever, and then probably over the last year and a half, I went to just doing straight sets where I just do a chest movement, then a back movement, then a chest, then a back, then a chest, and a back, one at a time. But definitely have kind of missed this style of training where I'm supersetting everything. Obviously like an antagonist superset where you're supersetting opposing muscle groups like a chest and a back, tricep and bicep, or hamstring, quad are great to do because they're not gonna infringe on one another. It's not like by fatiguing my chest on the bench, it's not gonna, take away from the pull-up strength I have, or vice versa. So super fun method to do. Use these all the time, but we're gonna start with bench and a neutral grip pull-up. I'll explain a little more, and if you watch my last video, we're gonna use wave loading again today. Wave loading, great tool to use to one, build strength, but also strength and size, especially the rep scheme I'm doing today, 753, 753. You got some sets like those 5 and 7s that are great for building some size, but you also got those neurologically demanding triples that you got to hit. So you're kind of surfing that, which is an awesome method to use to kind of get the best of both worlds. Doing that this week and for the next 2 weeks, and I'll progress from there. So explain it more as we get in, but got the warm-ups, or the first set actually right now, which is just 295, which is about 77% is what I'm doing for my first set of 7, and I'm gonna do 50 pounds for neutral grip pull-ups. Yeah, let's get rocking. Probably won't show this set because it's probably the boring set. I'll probably show once I get to set 3 and then explain from there. Well, that's right. All right, fellas. You love the whiteboard so much. Actually, every time I do a whiteboard video of splits, those are my most viewed videos. But the last one, I appreciate everyone who watched it. So I said, let's bust out the whiteboard again. Now we got a mini version. Really, I just want to put my full workout in here, but I want to explain wave load real quick. So I just went through my first 3 sets. I did 7, 5, 3 on both the bench and the chin up. I kind of use percentages to guide me forward. So like I'll use percentages here and there more as a general guide to kind of get the first couple sets, and then I'll add weight as needed. So I did 77%, 82%, 86% of my 1 rep max. Now I'm using like 385 as my estimated 1 rep max on bench. That's the thing, I don't use percentages a lot because I don't do a lot of 1 rep maxes. So my 1 rep maxes I'm using are like from like a year ago, or they're kind of estimates based off like a 2 or 3 rep max I did kind of recently. So I kind of use them as general guides, but the first 3 sets shouldn't be super heavy. It should be something that potentiates you for the second one. So now it's a wave. So 753 is the first wave. We're going back through that wave and we're going back to 753 again, but now at a heavier weight. So I did 295 for 7. I did 310 for 5, and then I did 330 for 3. Now my goal is to add about 10 pounds to each set. So now I want to do 305 for 7, 320 for 5, 340 for 3. So kind of an easy way to do is add 5, 10, 15 pounds, but the overall goal is to be heavier on that second wave. Now you don't want to do it. I've done in the past where I've gone too heavy on the first wave and then I'm not actually progressing on the second wave. So worst case scenario, you want to at least hit the same weight you are in the second wave. So I was being a little conservative today and like going lighter than I typically would on the first 3 sets to make sure I got it so I can really hammer these next sets, because I'm also gonna be doing this progression next week and I want to make sure I progress. So how I'm gonna do the wave load is 753, 753. I'll do that for week 1, week 2. And then for week 3 and 4, I'll go 642, 642. And then week 5 and 6, I'll go 532, 532. So I'll stick with it 2 weeks. So hopefully that all makes sense, but we'll go set 4 here, 7, second time through the wave, 305, and then I'll go straight into pull-ups with about 65 pounds. So let's rip. All right, last set, we're going for a triple here. We got 340, and then we're gonna go 90 on pull-up, or 290, because always factor in your body weight, because obviously you're moving your body weight. So 290 on pull-up, 340 on bench. Let's rip. All right, Titty City Population 1, boys. Let's rip. Pecs are popping. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Heck yeah. All right, next up on the agenda. So just got through 6 sets of that. Again, wave loading, great method to use to build strength and size. Takes obviously a little bit of time because you're doing 2 big movements back and forth. So obviously you want to make sure you're resting in between sets. Usually I was just, the time in between doing the bench and the chin up was just however long it took me to get to the chin up bar and then put the weight on. So it's probably like 30 seconds in between. But then the time in between like supersets was probably like 4 to 5 minutes, I imagine, making sure I'm fresh. I always wait, I don't time anything. I hate carrying a watch in the gym. I hate being in a rush in the gym. So that's why I always make sure I got plenty of time. So I don't bring around a stopwatch or anything. So I just kind of go, one thing, I just make sure once the pump goes down, especially on strength sets, that's when I'll go again. So it's usually around like 5-ish minutes, especially my chest and stuff. So I'd rather be safe than sorry and rather rest too much than too little because strength's the main goal. Now we'll go here. We're gonna go a chest supported row. We're using this pad from Rogue, which is literally one of my favorite things on earth. It's like called the Pritchard pad. You get nice and upright over it. I'm gonna go dumbbells on there, and then I'll go over there, and I'm gonna do a dumbbell incline bench 30 degrees. So I'll go 4 sets here. Goal is in that 8 to 10 range. I'll probably just stick with the same weight throughout. I'm also gonna go neutral grip. So neutral grip bench, so a little different. I haven't done those in a while, but I've seen C-Bum doing a lot of those, and I used to them. And I like that feeling because you can get nice and deep around your chest. And especially the dumbbells here, they're rubber, so they're really big. So when I go regular pronated, I kind of like limit my range of motion. So I feel like this will help. So we'll go 8 to 10 on there, 8 to 10 on the row, 4 sets. My grip just give out. It's a big stretch. Squeeze. We're going set 3 of 4. I will say I really like the neutral grip. Different stimulus, but I feel like I can definitely, especially with these dumbbells, as you can tell, like they're rubber, so they're very thick. So like when I go like this, it will hit my chest before I get deep enough. So on this, I can at least kind of come around my pec and get nice and deep. And I'm feeling a good stretch and squeeze on these. So that's the overall goal. So I got 9 the first set, 8 the second. So trying to aim in that 8 to 10. Again, resting as needed, making sure I feel good, and they go straight to this into those chest supported rows, and those are neutral grip as well. So pushing and pulling, boys, you just can't beat it. Can't beat it. So we did a vertical pull with the pull-ups. Now we're doing a horizontal pull with the rows. We did a flat press. Now we're doing an incline press, and then just trying to hit everything. We'll do a fly variation, and then we'll do some sort of straight arm, kind of lat isolation movement. So we're hitting a flat incline fly. That's what I always like doing, some sort of variation of that. And then for back, I always like hitting some sort of vertical pull, some sort of row variation, then some sort of like pull over lat isolation. So yeah, set 3. All right, so 2 supersets down. We're now gonna move on to the last one, which is gonna be a cable fly and a straight arm pull down. This we're gonna go 3 sets. We're gonna go like a descending. So we'll go 12, 10, 8, going down in reps, obviously increasing the weight with each set. Love doing those as well. Like obviously it's similar to wave load, but you're just doing 1 going down. Great way to do it because you get some higher rep sets, and then as you get into it, you get a little heavier as you go. I freaking love cable flies. I love straight arm pull downs. I haven't superset them together in forever. The pump has been great, and I can't wait for these next 3 sets because the pump's gonna be even awesome. Real quick plug, Gymshark Black Friday sale, November 16th. 50% off site-wide, plus an additional 10% if you use code DSHAM10, which everyone who uses my code, I appreciate you. I'm actually, literally, everything I'm wearing is Gymshark. I got Gymshark socks on. I got the joggers on. I even got the underwear on. And then probably my favorite article of clothing ever created is the rib tank. I know it's simple, but they fit to you. They're tight at the bottom. They're tight all around. They keep their shape. I have every color of these. Highly recommend these if you want like a nice tank. Also my straps are Gymshark. So obviously Gymshark's got it all. It's the best athletic stuff, athletic clothing out there. So November 16th, which is this upcoming Sunday, time to save huge. So yeah, I figured I'd plug that, but let's get rolling, boys. Let's keep this pump going. All right, we'll go superset here. We're gonna go cable fly. I like going high to low, so kind of here, 1 foot forward. Not like kind of upright, but not all the way bent down like that. Kind of in between upright and bent down. Just really big stretch, and then really focusing on that squeeze. And then we'll superset with that with a straight arm pull down. I'm gonna use like the easy bar, just go back and forth. Oh, good pull downs. Hell yes. All right, we're on set number 3 here. Titties are pumped, lats are pumped. What's better, fellas? Nothing better than a chest and back day. Also, one quick thing. You know, I don't give roses much, but when it's due, it's due. DJ X has been freaking banging today on Spotify. Usually, very hit or miss, very hit or miss. But today I was kind of unsure of what I wanted to listen to. I said, you know, let's give DJ X a try. I mean, he's gone, I don't know, he's just reading my mood today. We've got from like rock to like country. Then there's a little Mumford & Sons in there. And then he went to rock and then back to country. The little back and forth has been keeping me going. It's been all-time pump, but also an all-time music selection. So shout out DJ X, because there are sometimes DJ X will come on and I'll be in the middle of sets of squats and he'll be like, all right, the next set of playlists are gonna get you in a nice calm mood. And then it'll be like when I go to sleep, I listen to the fan noises, like the white noise. He'll turn that on. I'm like, DJ, come on, know the time and place, my guy. But today, shout out DJ X, tunes have been tuning. So we'll go set 3 here. We go 8 on the fly and then 8 on the straight arm pull down. So I did 12 and 10. I've just been bumping up 10 pounds for the flies and about 20 pounds for the straight arm pull downs. And they're all about like 0 to 1 reps reserve. So perfect weight. But yeah, let's finish this workout strong. All right, boys. So absolutely solid chest and back day today. It's been like probably a year and a half since I've superset the two together. It's funny, like right before, actually, if you were to go back to like my first YouTube videos, I probably had the same exact format because it was around like up until like June of like 2024. I used to always do that, literally forever. I would do always chest and back. If I was doing a chest movement, always a back movement or push and a pull movement, and then bicep, tricep, I always do together. And I used to superset my legs a lot. Recently, I've been going, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just sometimes it's fun to go back to what's worked. And the reason I have is because I've been overthinking the shit out of my training. I hate when I do. I've been stressing about like the minor stuff that doesn't move the needle. I've been losing in the weeds, you know? I've been overcomplicating it. And I think I actually saw a good post recently. It was kind of talking about someone, how there are some lifters who are always going to be intermediate. They're going to be lifetime intermediates because, you know, they see something cool online, like the new trending thing, and they jump on it. And then they see the next one, they jump on it, and they never actually like stick to one thing. They just stay stagnant forever. And I don't want to be that. You know, I pride myself on just being simple, just the meat and potatoes. Like, yeah, I love nerding out, and that's what I do in my free time is like finding the perfect workout and reading articles and watching videos. But sometimes you got to remind yourself, hey, you know, if it fucking works, it fucking works. So don't get too stressed out on the small things because I know it's easy now. There's so much information out there. And it's like, I've been lifting for 13 years and, you know, I'm by no means an expert or anything. I still think I'm new to the game. But even I like see stuff like, oh, should I be doing that or this? And then there's some stuff like, yeah, you can read it and try it out. And maybe you do it, but there's some stuff that's not even worth it. And the good thing about working out is like anything you watch or see, you can always try out and you can see if it works for you. Maybe someone's like, oh, this is the greatest exercise ever created because it fits their body proportions and all this. And then you try and like, I hate this, it hurts my knees. Then it doesn't work for you. Everyone's different. So I think sometimes I have to remind myself that when I'm like training or like writing out my workout plan and getting stressed about it and be like, oh, should I do a cable fly standing or should I do it from an incline or should I do it from a seated position? It's like, it doesn't freaking matter. Just go hard, brother. And that's not to say like exercise selection. Of course it matters. Sets and reps matters. But what trumps all? Intensity, consistency, those two things. So you establish those two things and the other things matter. But again, not to get too stressed in it. So I will say the last couple months, I've been like, it's funny. I'm critical of myself. I know I've been training my butt off. But you know, it's just like, my training hasn't been great. Like I feel like I've been stagnant. Like I haven't been getting stronger. I look worse in my opinion because I've gotten a little bulked up a little bit. And so, you know, mentally I've just been like, you know, I need to just be, and I've been locked in, but it's like, I love this time of the year. I love November, December time of the year. It's one of my favorite times to train. The weather's getting colder out. You know, everyone's cheerful. It's a great time of the year because you got the holidays. It's a great time to train. So recently over the last couple of months, or probably the last 2 months, I've gotten that 8-day split, the 3-on-1 off, 3-on-1 off. And I love it. And I highly recommend that. I think it's a great split for people to use. And I literally just dropped a training plan, but I'm going to go back to my original 7-day split of Monday through Sunday, just because I've been over the last couple of months trying to reduce my training volume slightly because my testosterone levels were down. They've gotten kind of back up. They're still pretty low, but it kind of helped out there. But I've just been overcomplicating with that. And guess what? I love to train. I freaking love to train. I'm so fortunate. I can do this for a living. Like I record myself making videos and I feel so in debt. And I'm so fortunate to do this because it is my dream and I get to live it out every day. So I want to train my ass off and I want to overtrain for you guys, give you something to watch. So I'm going back to training a lot. And I did a double leg day yesterday. I've been doing a double leg day on Thursday. And that's not to say training's stupid. Like I am more mindful. That was a good period to kind of understand like what I don't need. Like I don't need to be doing all this interval conditioning. You know, I just need a sprint. I need to lift heavy. And then for cardio, I can do some like light aerobic stuff. So, you know, it did serve its purpose and I do feel better, but you know, this time of the year, I just want to get after it. And, you know, if I'm overreaching, if I'm overtraining, so what? As long as I don't get hurt, you know, I just mentally like knowing I have, you know, this training session today, or just that training session, you know, Mondays, I got a double leg day. Wednesdays, I got sprints and shoulders and arms. I like knowing that as opposed to like the 3 on 1 off. It was like, you know, some days I would have a Sunday off, some days I would have a Tuesday off, and then I have legs on a Saturday. It was just, I just kind of felt like I was in this. It's so weird how I've associated days of the week with like Mondays and Thursdays are always a leg day for me, and how I associate those days of the weeks with it. So it was like weird, like a Monday being a shoulder and arm day or something. So my brain's weird, as you can tell if you followed along. But before I ramble on too long, because it's probably already 6 minutes, I'm going to come back to the gym later and do some cardio and abs. I might include it. I'm going to see how long this video is. But if I don't, it's just going to be 30 minutes of incline walking. I go a 12.5-degree incline, usually about a 3.2 to 3.4 miles per hour, 30 minutes, and then some ab work, cable crunches, toes to bar, the usual. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see more of. I need to do a full day of eating. It's been a while since I did that. It's because my nutrition has been very inconsistent. I'll explain that more in the next video. I got prescribed something, so hopefully you can help with it. Yeah, so we'll dive in that. Leave you on a little cliffhanger. But appreciate you guys. Gymshark sale, November 16th, Black Friday. We're always going to have some stuff coming up. Appreciate all you guys who use my code. Appreciate all you guys who watch. Stack the damn days. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.